You know your HOA? Karen's officially lost it when she's on a ladder in your driveway at 10 in the morning, slapping hot pink paint straight onto your security camera while ranting about digital oppression, not realizing that same camera is live streaming her meltdown to a 65-inch monitor inside the local police station where 3 officers just dropped their coffee and burst out laughing. It started off like any other quiet Thursday. I was nursing my coffee, tweaking some firewall settings for a remote consultation gig, when I got a ping from the real-time security app I helped build for the county sheriff's department. Motion alert, nothing unusual near the community gate where my house sits. Normally it's just a raccoon or the Amazon guy, but this one had brush strokes. Bright pink brush strokes smeared across the lens and this high-pitched voice screaming about tyranny and neighborhood surveillance. Took me about half a second to recognize the culprit, Karen Rothschild, HOA secretary, drama queen, and self-proclaimed moral guardian of suburban America. And there she was in broad daylight defacing my security setup with what looked like a gallon of discount Barbie paint and a brush that probably hadn't been washed since Y2K. She wasn't pranking, this was a full-on declaration of war against common sense. But here's the kicker, I'd just gotten the entire setup connected to the city's new Civic SafeLink pilot. Multiple angles cloud backups, one of which was streaming directly to the local precinct. So, while she thought she was taking down Big Brother, she was starring in her own episode of How to Get Charged with Vandalism in 4K. I'm Jake Mercer, software engineer, cybersecurity contractor, and apparently the unlucky soul who thought a gated community outside Austin meant peace and quiet. From day one, Karen had been on me like a heat-seeking missile. Didn't come over with a welcome basket, she showed up with a printed list of possible violations I hadn't even committed yet. Stuff like visible recycling bin or hedge too aggressively square, like a malfunctioning Roomba with a clipboard. When I installed my first set of cameras not to stop burglars but to monitor her, that's when the real circus began. Karen started walking her dog past my house a dozen times a day, glaring into the lens like she was daring me to blink. Her Pomeranian Colonel Puffs even started growling at my mailbox like it was a federal agent. Eventually, she tried to start a petition to ban all surveillance tech in the neighborhood. 3 signatures. One of them was hers. So when the sheriff's department approached me to volunteer my property for the SafeLink program, I said yes before they finished the sentence. I knew it'd make her pop a vein, and oh boy, did it. Angry voicemails, handwritten notes, accusations that my mailbox was listening in on yoga moms. She tried everything short of a restraining order, but this paint stunt, this was new territory. I called Deputy Rodriguez, the lead on the SafeLink project, and he answered mid-laugh. We've got her on 4 angles, he said, and she's giving us a monologue like she's auditioning for court TV. I stepped outside, phone in hand, and waved. Karen froze mid-swing, paintbrush, dripping eyes squinting, as she finally noticed the second camera still blinking. She backed off the ladder like she'd touched fire and barked, "You'll be hearing from my lawyer and the HOA." Then stormed off, pink footprints trailing across her lawn like breadcrumbs from a very dramatic breakdown. That afternoon, a cruiser quietly pulled up to her place. 2 officers, calm and professional, handed her a citation. She answered the door in a bathrobe holding a mug that said, "World's Realest Patriot." Classic. She flailed her arms, pointed at my house, mimed a camera, and probably gave the most caffeinated performance of her life. The officers left. She stood there clutching the paper like it betrayed her. But she didn't stop. Oh no. That night she posted a blurry selfie with the pink-covered lens, calling herself a warrior for privacy. She had no idea the footage had already been archived, copied, and sent to the city attorney's office. Tampering with a live police feed? That's not HOA drama, that's criminal obstruction. Even worse, she'd worn gloves, covered her hair, avoided fingerprints. This wasn't a tantrum, it was premeditated. Next morning, quiet. Too quiet. No flags, no gnome displays, no screaming into the void, just silence until around noon. That's when she showed up again on my lawn with a megaphone. Yes, an actual megaphone. Screaming about surveillance tyranny, calling me a corporate plant, claiming I was scanning her face for brainwaves. I don't even know what facial heat analysis is, but according to her, I invented it. Police came again, more serious this time. She claimed I had a camera in her tree. I don't even mow that far from the property line without GPS. They issued another warning. She hurled her megaphone into a recycling bin and yelled, "This is tyranny." That night I got a letter from a local law firm claiming they were representing her in a case against me for spiritual invasion. Not joking. My lawyer Marianne took one look and said boilerplate nonsense downloaded off the internet. Still, we filed a response, just in case. But Karen wasn't done. The next morning, she held a press conference, her cousin behind an iPhone, a banner reading Citizens Against Spy Cams, and her dressed like a backup anchor on cable news. She made it 15 minutes before tripping over her hose and falling into her bush. The clip hit 10,000 views in 2 hours. Now she was mad. Started accusing everyone, the HOA me neighbors who laughed of spiritual trauma, claimed I was using Baxter, my dog, for facial recognition. I mean, come on. Then came the hack attempt. My system flagged an internal breach. Not from outside, from inside the neighborhood. I traced it to an IP address 3 doors down, an elderly couple. No way they were probing my server with brute force scripts, so I dug deeper, found a Discord handle in the metadata, messaged it pretending to be a buyer. The kid replied 17 maybe. Lady freaking out about HOA cameras hired me for gift cards. And just like that, Karen had gone cyber. I turned everything over to Rodriguez. His reply: she just went federal. So I brought it to the HOA. Saturday board meeting, standing room only. I plugged in a USB stick and played the footage, the paint, the megaphone, the megadrama, then the hacked logs, the Discord chat, the receipts. Karen, standing in this hall, burst in screaming it was a smear campaign. Called me a tech dictator. Accused the audience of being CIA. She got banned from future meetings. That night she filmed herself burning the notice in a grill while blaring, "We're not going to take it." I wish I were kidding. But it kept going. Spray-painted traitor on my garage. Caught on camera. 2 masked figures tried to sabotage the fiber line. Failed backup power and cloud uploads for the win. Karen had recruited backup. The police launched a formal investigation. Her devices were seized. They found sketches of my house labeled Night Route and Cam2 Blind Spot. Like, what? Charges escalated: cyber sabotage, conspiracy, multiple counts of harassment. Karen, she doubled down. Claimed the tomato in her garden was a surveillance device. Then court day came. She showed up in a judge robe covered in protest stickers, waved a truth court sign, and demanded a jury of non-digital citizens. She was charged, fined, and hit with a psychiatric evaluation order. The judge used a compilation video of her antics as closing evidence, ladder, megaphone, Cape hacker, hire the whole arc of Karen. When she came home, no words, no live streams, just closed blinds and silence. And finally, for the community, a new sign at the gate: Steelwood proud. Cameras active. Protected community. Footage streams live to local law enforcement. Right next to it, a snapshot of Karen mid-paint, mid-rant, frozen in time. Not for revenge, just a reminder. Some battles end with fireworks, others with silence. This one ended with a paintbrush and a camera. So tell me, was I right to stand my ground, or did I just fuel the flame? Drop your take in the comments, because in this neighborhood, everyone's watching.